Many people approaching retirement are surprised to learn that Medicare may only cover a portion of your eligible expenses in retirement. So here to explain how that might impact your retirement goals are Greg and Kristen Taylor from Legacy Retirement Group. Of course, they are financial advisors and radio show hosts here in Columbus, and you join me every Monday, so always good to see you. Yeah. All right, so this is the thing. I don't think Medicare doesn't cover a ton of your medical expenses. Are a lot of people surprised to kind of see that maybe it's not going to be there for them in that capacity?
They really are surprised. And, you know, you have Medicare Part A, which is hospitalization and skilled nursing care. You have Medicare Part B, which is your medical. You have Medicare Part D, which is your prescription drug benefit, which is very limited. And then you have deductibles, okay? So you have a Part A deductible, you have a Part B deductible, you have what they call the donut hole for prescription drugs.
And this is a timely topic because open enrollment starts October 15th and goes through December 7th. And I read an article that just came out, about a week ago, that said that most retirees don't feel comfortable that they have enough knowledge in these areas and what each plan actually covers.
Right. Oh,
so
yeah.
Take notes on what he's talking about. Yes.
Yes. So with all that, then people are thinking, okay, what do I do? And, you know, is this going to be to fill in these gaps? Is that going to be as expensive as the health insurance that I maybe had to purchase if I retired before I was eligible for Medicare? The good news is that no. So you can get Medigap insurance or Medicare supplements, as they're called, and you know, you may pay, depending on your age and so on, you may pay somewhere around $150 to $200 a month to fill in your gaps with that. Or there are what are called Medicare Advantage plans that will cover much of the gaps. They typically have co-pays, and those typically don't have premiums, but you're limited to what doctors or hospitals you can use. So there's always a trade-off.
Is there a way people then can budget for that? Is that all involved with the planning to kind of make sure you can cover all those gaps?
Yeah, absolutely. That's an area you want to budget for, and you want to see someone that's specifically an expert in that area. And we have a team member that works closely with our practice. That's all he does. He keeps up to date on what's going on with Medicare and the new laws and rules going into place, and meets with our clients to make sure they have the best, the best plan possible for their situation. But yeah, it all comes down to budgeting. So even if you're watching and you're not 65 or, not really eligible for Medicare yet, then, another area you need to budget for is healthcare in general.
And that's the thing. I mean, what should we know about open enrollment? What should people prepare for or look for in here?
Well, the nice part about open enrollment is it allows you to change. It allows you to make changes to your current plan. So even if you have poor health, you can make a change to one of the providers that offers the open enrollment. And from October 15th through December 7th, you can now have options where maybe you thought you never had options.
Sure.
Maybe a Medicare supplement went up in price because all health insurance does. And now you're thinking, well, I can't afford this any longer. How am I going to budget my groceries and my extra prescriptions and all these things? Well, a good Medicare Advantage plan could be your answer, because then you can, as long as your doctors and professionals already participate in that Advantage plan, you can now possibly have no premium, just some copays. So that's another option a lot of people just aren't aware of.
And I know that what you guys do with your complete planning review and your offering today, that is the perfect time for people to sit down and realize they might not even realize they have these gaps or that they need to budget for something like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a key element of the complete plan is looking at how you're going to pay for health care, not just Medicare or, supplement plans, but actually health care in general. If you're not, of age yet to get Medicare, sometimes the decision to retire or not to retire is based solely on being able to afford those premiums until you hit the Medicare eligibility. So it's definitely an area you need to focus on, and a big expense, one of the biggest expenses that retirees will face.
Yes, so the complete planning review focuses on investment planning, income planning, tax planning, but healthcare and insurance planning, as well as what's left over, getting it to your loved ones. So the first 20 callers today, we're going to offer them the opportunity to come in and meet with Kristen and I and really go through that complete planning review to see what things are slipping through the cracks, how you can budget for those things, and how you can have a plan that make you feel more secure and feel more confident about the rest of your retirement.
All right, definitely important to do that. Again, 614-336-7660 is the phone number, and the website and all that good stuff's been up on screen. So Greg and Kristen, thank you as always.
Good to be here.
You're welcome.